Algorithms and Coding Lesson 10 on Friday, the 15th of January. Normal things to put up your hand. If you need help, please put up your hand. Click the hand button. If you need help, you want to ask an important question, right? And then I will let you talk or I will read the chat, depending on what you wish. Remember to email arquin@africateengeeks.co.za with any questions or your programs. If you've done any work and you want me to see it. Then today we're going to continue going to Mrs. Owl. We've done one. We're going to finish number 2. And while we're looking at this picture, Monday we will complete the bird and the horse. And Tuesday the frog. Wednesday we'll do the cat and the dog. And then on Thursday and Friday, we will play a game with the boy. And Bear's going to play a game with the boy. So that's Thursday and Friday next week. Right, today we will do a bit of revision. It's every day. It's just a few extra new things that come in. We'll see on Monday we'll have some new sprites, new blocks of code that we will deal with or use. But today we'll be doing the same thing again, but just moving and asking questions of the bird. And at the end of the lesson, while everybody's in the room, towards the end, I'm going to show you how to receive attendance certificates. Yes, you're going to get certificates mailed to you, and I'll show you how to get that done. Right, so we are going to do our program right here. So, welcome everybody, if you're coming in now. I'm going to run the program and we will see how far we've got from up to yesterday. There's the program running. Right, so we got to where Bear is actually touching Owl, Elephant hoots and then sits in his place. What we have to do is make sure that when Bear reaches Owl, that we are going to get Owl to fly away to a safer block for social distancing. So at the end of Bear's code, right here, we're going to broadcast. So we'll broadcast a message. And this is the best way that we can deal with this. Broadcast that Bear touching Owl. Bear touching Owl. All right, so we put a broadcast. We went to the events tab. We find a broadcast, Bear touching Owl. We won't wait because Owl, we go to Owl's picture, click on Owl. Remember we put this code here, but it doesn't actually work. So we're going to move it away, get that out. Because what we have to do is we have to do something when Owl receives that broadcast message of Bear touching Owl. See what I did there? Went to events and I found a when I receive block. I scooted it on there and then I choose the message Bear touching Owl. So when Owl, we're on Owl's code. Hey, there's Owl sitting there. On Owl's code, when Owl receives Bear touching Owl, we want Owl to glide to a certain block. So he's going to move. I'm going to say glide because I think that's a better way to do it. Eh? But we also have to glide. We also want to change the costume so that Owl looks like she's flying. So there's our costume, Owl C. And remember yesterday we drew little masks on Owl. Don't worry, we'll do it on all the animals, so you'll soon get to know how to do it. You'll remember. There's Owl with a mask on. All Owl's costumes have masks. We have her facing left and right, and we have one like that, which we created. We created this one yesterday. Didn't have to, but we did have to, because we don't want, when she's talking to Bear, we want her facing Bear. So Owl is going to fly to another block, and this is Owl costume C, Owl C. So we go to code. So when Owl receives that Bear is touching Owl, then we're going to go to the looks block, and we're going to say switch costume to Owl C. We can choose our costumes that we want here, Owl C, and then we want her to glide to a random position. Right, now that random position is going to be a position X and Y coordinate. It's not a random position. We don't want it to go to a random position. So this glide is actually not going to work for us, you know, random position, no. If we go to motion, we've got this glide to random position. We actually don't want to go to a random place or any other place. We want her to go to an X and Y coordinate. So we're using the other glide block that says glide 1 second to X, Y. Now we're going to type in the numbers for X and Y there. So we're going to first see which block we'll use. So we'll use that one. And you'll see the numbers here are -2 and 55. So I'm going to type in here for X, I'm going to type in a little dash, minus, and a 2. If you don't know where the dashes are on your keyboard, you just look on the number pad on the right-hand side, or you can hold the shift key and type that number next to the naught on the normal keyboard above the letters. Just find a little dash, because you need the negative sign there, you know, minus sign. And then we're going to type the Y value is 55. See, I positioned Owl over there, and I'm reading the blocks over there. I actually could have even used a naught. Hey, we could even use a naught here. Let's go and put it in a naught there instead. So that's Y value naught. No, X value naught, sorry. Or -4. It all depends on where we move her. So if we put her there, it's a -1. Okay, -1 will do too. Anyway, so that is what's going to happen. But here's the thing. Can you see I've placed Owl over here? If I run this program, I click the green flag. I'm going to show you what happens when I click the green flag again. We know that Bear starts over here because we positioned him in that place. And then he does his thing. He's talking to Elephant and so on. Where's Owl? Owl is over there already. That's no good, is it? You don't want Owl to be already situated in the place that she's going to fly to. You want Owl to be back in her place over here. And that's not going to help because, you know, she's already there. We don't want that. Did you notice something else? That the variables came and then they went again. The variables were displayed and then they were hidden again. Right, please don't draw on the screen because then people can't see the code very well. Thank you. For everyone else who wants to see. Right, so look over here in Bear's code. I'm going to Bear's code very quickly. You'll see a show variable and a hide variable. Okay, there's a show variable And then over here is a hide. So we can put in code to show the variables or hide them. And you find that in the variable section over here, down here, you'll see a show variable and a hide variable. Okay. So you can put that in. Please stop drawing on the screen, because it's not fair for everyone else who wants to pay attention. Okay. Yeah, it's not fair. I don't know who's drawing, but they must stop, because it's just you're preventing other people from learning. So you're basically not playing fair. Okay, so let's be nice. I know if you might be bored, then you must go watch another video, rather, if you're bored. Okay, there are people that are listening. Right, now what we're going to do is Ryan, you're raising your hand, Lovey. Okay. You're going to give me some valuable insight into this. Ryan, I'm trying to ask you to, and yes, hello, Ryan.
I'm sorry I couldn't get to you the other times.
Mm-hmm.
My Wi-Fi was down, so just got it back on.
Oh, cool.
So I'm sorry. Sorry I couldn't get to you.
Yeah. Well, it's very nice to hear your voice, sweetheart. I hope you're able to catch up by watching all the other videos. If you have any questions that you want to ask or anything.
Okay.
Bye-bye, sweetheart. Thanks for saying hi and bye. Okay, Hadia, you have a question, Lovey?
My name's Hadia, but where did you get the background? Because I'm starting with my code.
Oh, you're starting. Well, you need to email me your email address. I can send you the programs, but I can do it on the chat. I can send the background on the chat. Okay, I'll send the background on the chat now. Okay, I'll do that right now, quickly. Let's do this quickly, background. Okay, I'm going to go and put the background in the chat quickly. Again, those two backgrounds so that some people can catch up in the weekend. They want to do some programming. Oops, wrong folder. Let's go to lesson 1, shall we? Because that's where we started. And they were pictures. So there's the one background. And then I'm going to send another file. I don't know whether you can access the chat. I hope you can. If not, then just send me an email address at this email address, iquin@africateengeeks.co.za. Right, so there we go. Right. Okay, everyone, we're all going to be good and we're all going to be caring about each other, because that is how everybody gets ahead, hey? Then we all win. If we all care about each other, then everybody wins. Seriously. Right, now, we had a problem with Bird, the owl. She's in the wrong place. We don't actually want her to go fly over there to start off with. So when we start the program, we want to make sure owl's in the right place and starting off in the right place. Okay, so to do that, we do it in code, because you don't want to have to move this thing around all the time. So in code, we're going to situate her. We're going to say when the program starts, let's make sure owl's in her place. So we go to our control. Yes, Kamahelo. Oops. Oh, Kamahelo, I was trying to reach you. And I clicked the wrong button. I forgot the wrong button. Okay, Kamahelo, if you have a question, lovey. You need help. Ryan, yeah, email me at iquin@africateengeeks.co.za. I can't do screen sharing. You're not going to do screen sharing in the meeting, because then everybody's going to share screens. We'll never get anything done. So it's best for you to send me your programs on email, and then I can help you from there. Right. Basically, bird must be in the right place. We can't start off with a program like that because it's not in the right place. So we're going to, when we start the program, we're going to position bird, just like we did with bear. What did we do with bear? Did we make sure he was in the right place when we started? Yes, we did. We made sure when the green arrow is clicked, that bear is pointing in the right direction and everything. For elephant, did we make sure that elephant was in the right place before we started? Let's have a look. Yes, we did. We made sure elephant was in the right place and facing and, you know, doing everything correct. And I even put a stop the script there because I was being really good. I put a stop the script. We must put stop the script with all our scripts. But anyway, bird, we'll sort out bird. Let's make sure bird is in the right place before we start. So we go to events. Always get mixed up with those two, events and control. I don't know whether it's because they're similar in color, but never mind. When the green flag is clicked, we have got bird over there. And when green flag is clicked, what is going to happen? We want bird to go to this position here. Okay, so we're going to go to X and Y coordinate, which is there. There's bird. And I've physically moved it now so I can see what the X is. It's minus 126. I can type in a minus 126. And then, actually, maybe make it a bit lower here. Minus 128. And then the Y value is 3. So I'll go and type the Y value in. There we go. Now, apart from that, we also want to change the costume. We want to make sure bird has the right costume, owl has the right costume. So I'm going to use owl A. Can you see there's owl A? So in my code, I'm going to say switch costume to, or go to looks, switch costume to owl A. We're going to do more variables again now with owl. We've done variables with elephant. You might have missed that lesson, Kamahelo, but we're going to do variables again with owl now. Today. Pay attention. So switch costume to owl A, and we don't have to point her in any direction because she's not going to move. She's going to glide when we want her to glide. Pointing in directions when you're going to go and move. You want to point in the right direction, but for gliding, that is basically like us taking the sprite and just gliding it across. So it doesn't have to be pointing in any direction. I just want to go and stop the script over here. And then we'll stop this script over here. You know, we'll just get into the good practices, programming practices. So I'm going to click the green flag. So you see owl is in the right place now. Okay, super awesome. All right, I'm going to stop the program. Can you see what happened when I clicked the green flag? Owl went there and she sat in her place. Good, that's what we wanted. All right, don't worry about this now because that we know we've reset. We've initialized. A big word for it is called initialize, and you'll hear that a lot in programming when you get big. We're initializing our sprites, our little animals, or sprites, or objects. Lots of words for the same thing. Kwanga, you had a question, Lavi, quickly. What do you want, Lavi?
What does initialize mean?
Yeah, initialize is setting something. Let's think about that. When you get up and get dressed to go out or go to school, what do? You put on the right clothes. What so? You put on clothes. So you're basically getting ready to start working.
So
when you're sitting at your desk and or any on your bed or whatever, when you're doing homework, how do we initialize before we start doing our homework? What do? We get our pens and our papers and our everything ready, and a calculator, and that we're basically setting up. It's more or less like that. Setting it all up. All right, Hadia. Sweetheart, do you have a question, Navi, quickly?
How do you, where did you get this bear?
The bear. We went to the Sprite, Lovey. You missed a lot of lessons. You must go and watch the other lessons. We went to Sprite and we put all the bears on. I mean, all the animals on. We went to go there and we chose a Sprite. You have to go back to lesson 1 on the YouTube channel. I don't know whether you're able to, Hadia.
Yeah.
But
when I search it, it doesn't have that purple thing.
you couldn't get the bear.
Yeah, I could get a bear, but not with that purple thing.
Oh, the purple thing. Oh, we painted
for
it
the
off.
elephant.
Okay, his mask. Okay. All right, we will go and paint a mask on duck. Okay, quickly, and then you'll see how we do that. Right? Does it answer the question? I will show you now how to paint the mask on duck. Right, let's go to duck quickly and put a mask on duck. There's duck. We go to costumes. Click on duck. There's duck. And can you see duck doesn't have a mask on? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my paintbrush because I've got my costume tab there. See, that's code. That's costume. Okay, we won't deal with sounds now. So there's the paintbrush. And I click the paintbrush and I choose a color. Wonder what color duck would like. Let's see. Maybe duck would like purple. Okay. Right. So we're going to paint. Oh no, we've already got purple for bear. So I don't want purple. Bear's got purple. So you undo. And I think duck's going to have a green. Yes. Green, green. Yay. Grass green. So there's duck's. See, I'm just scribbling on duck's face to cover his nose and his mouth. And then we're going to draw a line to put it around there. See? Done. That's all you have to do, sweetheart. Right, we've done that already with Owl yesterday, in the lesson yesterday. So let's move on what we were busy with. We were setting up Owl. We made sure Owl goes to the right place, and Bear's going to walk to Owl. And then Bear, let's go over here, back to Bear's code. Make sure you can see I'm clicking between Bear and Owl's code at the bottom here. You can either click twice on the animals themselves, or you can go to the bottom over here. So I'm clicking twice on the animal on this stage, and now I can see Bear's code. We've got all of that already. Okay, so that's fine. And then over here, we have when I receive. Somebody must erase that line over there, okay? Whoever put it there, I know you're going to be good and sweet, and you're going to get that line off. All right, so over here, right at the end of Bears, and we've been through all this code already, so you just have to watch the other videos so you can understand it again. When we broadcast Bear touching Owl, after Bear is basically touching Owl, because he's going to go there and he's going to be like that, okay? After that happens, Bear's going to send out a secret code to Owl, and he does that using a broadcast Bear touching Owl. So we've got that here in the events section, the yellow section over here where it says broadcast. I just put one of those there, and I chose my message, a secret message, Bear touching Owl. Then we go to Owl, and Owl has a when I receive. So we go back to, we click on Owl's picture, make sure Owl is selected over there, and then we find events, and then when I receive Bear touching Owl, Owl's going to switch costume to Owl C, which is a flying costume. It's going to glide to this block over here and then stop the script, and we can double check to make sure this happens. So yeah, I'm running the program, click the green flag, and we're going to watch the program run and see if it works the way we want it to. This is called testing your program. I had to type in Jane Doe because that was the variables. So we did do variables already. So this Owl is flying, yay. So we got Owl flying, elephant went to his place. And what's going to happen now, after Owl flies to that place, you want to change your costume and have her facing Bear. Okay, so we want to switch costume for owl to owl B2, this one, this costume. So I'm going to go to my looks block and switch costume to owl B2. Okay, I can go slot that in there. So there we go. Fine. Now we're going to move on because Bear is going to ask, Owl, what is her name? And we're going to set her name to a whole variable, list of variables. Well, we're actually going to set her name to one variable, Owl's name. Now, we're going to put it in a variable because we want Owl's name to be saved so we can use it later. Okay, Kwanga, you have a question, Lovey? Yes, sweetheart.
When Owl moves, he moves diagonally.
When Owl moves, then what?
When
What's the
Owl
question?
moves to social distance, Bear and Owl, he moves diagonally. He doesn't.
Yeah.
move.
Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. I'll let Owl move diagonally. Yeah, it's only Bear that must move on the blocks. The other animals can move anyway. Other animals can glide, but because Bear flies, I'm making up the rules here. See? You're right. Owl is not doing the robot move, is she? No, she's not doing a robot move. I suppose we could do that. But I just like Owl flying. Owl's not on the grid. She can fly in the air, so she's a special animal. I wish I could fly. Good question, Lovey, but I'm going for the rules of this game, Bear's got to be on the grid. And if animals can fly, then they can glide. Good question. Right, so Jane, you have a question, Lovey?
Ma'am, isn't Owl, like when Owl distance from Bear, now she's too close to Ben?
I know, but we're going to ignore that for now. There's no other place for her to see. But luckily, Ben is running away.
Okay.
Good question, sweetheart. Okay, so let's get on. Let's finish our code, shall we? We're going to broadcast Bear touching Owl. After Bear has broadcasted that, Bear's going to say, ask for Owl's name. Okay? He's just going to do that. We're not going to go through the whole process of saying how are you and all that, because then we're not going to be able to finish all our code. We can say how are you later on. Yes, Magwede. Hello, Magwede.
Ma'am, when I press the flag, Owl still flies.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going to have to just basically re-watch the video after this lesson, and then once the video is loaded, and watch the video and then see how you can fix it. Or send me the code, sweetheart, and I'll fix it. If you can send me on email, I'll put the
Okay.
email address in the chat again. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay, cool. You do that, sweetheart. Well done that you're actually working with us. That's brilliant. Wow. Not many people are able to do that. Okay, Ryan. Yes, Ryan.
I'm not sure if I might need a bit help because there's a lot of things that I miss seeing.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I can't redo the lessons, but they all the lessons are on the YouTube channel from lesson 1 all the way to, and every single lesson will be on the YouTube channel. So if you have able to watch the YouTube videos, you'll see it on Africa Teen Geeks.
I'll see if I can find the one for.
You'll see it says Bear Walk Lesson 1, and then Bear Walk Lesson 2, and Bear Walk Lesson 3, and so on. I'm going to go and quickly go onto the YouTube channel so we can see. Okay. And that's for everybody as well. Very quickly, I hope you can all see the screen. I'm going to quickly go onto the YouTube channel for Africa Teen Geeks. All right. You type in your search window, Africa Teen Geeks. Okay. Africa Teen Geeks. And then you click search. And then you'll see Africa Teen Geeks. And then you can go to videos. It's best to go to videos, that videos list. Okay. If you go to home, then it's going to be more difficult to find them all because there's so many playlists there. There's so many videos. But if you click on videos, you'll see the latest uploads. And then you just scroll down. Look for grade 4. There's grade 4, lesson 9. Look for all the grade 4s, okay? So grade 4, it goes all the way down. You'll see my face here somewhere. Yeah, my hair looks a bit different there, but it's different camera. So there's grade 4, lesson 1, okay? You start from there. And then you find grade 4, lesson 2, and so on, because we've worked all the way up to where we are now in lesson 10. We've worked all the way through all these lessons, okay? Just find them. There's lesson grade 4, lesson 3. It says Bear Walk, lesson 3. They're all named Bear Walk, lesson 1, 2, 3, or lesson 5, Bear Walk, lesson 4, Bear Walk, and you carry on, okay? So that's that. Right, so I'm not going to show that again. Oh, well. Goes okay, there we go. Right, now we have to get moving. Sweetheart, I don't know what I said. Okay, now stop chatting, pay attention, people. Right, so we broadcast Bear touching Owl. Owl flies away. Now Bear's going to ask Owl what her name is. Right, let's think. Bear's a policeman, he's going to know people's names. Right, so we need variables. Now you'll see I've got a variable. You can make a variable by clicking on that button called make a variable. You go to the variables, make a variable, and I'm going to call this variable our full name. Okay, right. For all sprites, we'll just leave it for all sprites. So our full name. I see I've got our surname there, which I don't want anymore. So how do I delete that? I'll right click it and click delete. Then our first name, right click it and then click delete. Okay, Margwede, have you got a good question for us, Lovey? Yes,
Ma'am,
sweetheart.
when Amazora blocked, how do you send it? I don't know where to press.
Oh, to send the program to me.
Yes.
Oh, you want to send it to me? Okay, how are you going to send your programs to me, guys? This is how you're going to do it. First of all, somebody must erase that black line at the top there. Someone scribbled a line right at the top. You see that there? Somebody must erase that. Thank you. Right, how do you send the program to me? First of all, you save it. So you're in Amazora, okay? There's a scroll bar right on the right-hand side. You go to File, and then Save to your computer. You first have to save it. Save to your computer, and then what happens right at the bottom here, a little Bear Walk, this is Bear Walk's lesson, whatever comes up here, right? And once it's downloading it, and when you finish downloading, you can go to Show in Folder. You want to see where did it download to? It will download to your Downloads folder. So I'm showing in Folder, and then it goes to your Downloads, okay? So once you see it, it'll be selected there, and then you can copy it. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to paste it into a place where I want it to be pasted. Let's see, maybe I'll paste it on my desktop because it's easy to find. Desktop, okay. There's the desktop. I've pasted it onto the desktop. There it is. Then you open your email program, okay, and then you attach it with emails. So you must ask your parents to help you with the email, okay, because you have to ask your parents to help you attach it on email. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show you that now. I'm not going to open my email program. Okay. Right, so we're going to go back to our program. Hope that answers your question. So you have to download it first, know where you've saved it, where it went to in the downloads folder, and then put it on the desktop. And then you ask your parents to open email, and then they can email it to you, to me, okay? So, and the email address is iquin@africateengeeks.co.za, which I typed in the chat, and I will type it again later. Now let's carry on with the program because we're halfway and we're not finished yet. We're supposed to be doing OWL, and let's go and get OWL sorted. We clicked on make a variable and we typed a new variable name. Okay, so far we've got Eddie first name, Eddie surname. There's a my variable which was default, and then we have OWL age and OWL full name. If I click this blue tick, can you see our full name comes up over here? You don't really want to see it over there, so let's untick it. We know that it's sitting there. Now Bear's going to ask OWL, Bear, where's the ask block? In sensing, when we use variables, we use ask because we want the user to type. So we're going to say, hello, OWL, what is your name? Okay. So you're asking, and then we're going to have this is what happens when you when you have the ask block. This is what comes up. Can you see on the screen? There's like a message where you can type the name of OWL. Right. So there's the ask block, and once the person's typed in that ask block, then we go to our variables, and we're going to set a variable to whatever was typed in. So we choose a set, and we click on the drop down arrow and we choose which variable we're going to use here. I'm going to use OWL full name. So whatever OWL typed in, we're going to set it to this variable called OWL full name, and we'll find what goes in here. Not a naught. We've got to go to our turquoise blocks over here, or eggshell, whatever you want to call it, and move answer into that block. Now you just have to memorize that, okay? I know it looks complicated, but we're going to memorize it. Okay, so set our full name to answer. Answer is that little block that came from the sensing underneath ask. So if you see ask, then you know you're going to use answer. End of story. Whenever you see ask, we know we're going to have answer. Now we've got full name. Then we're going to ask OWL, what is your age? So when we ask OWL, what is your age? What is your age? We're asking her to type in a number. And we'll use the same set variable. So we go to variables and then set, the set block. We go there, that same set block, but this time we're going to choose OWL age. And there's OWL age over there. And then we're going to put in the sensing block. We go to answer and drag that in there. Now, you just got to practice doing that, and then you'll get it right. Just one little thing. Why don't we say OWL's name? Bear can say something polite here, like say, and it's going to say OWL's name, and then welcome. Well, actually, we'll say OWL's name after we've asked her name and age. I know it seems weird that Bear's asking OWL's age. I don't know why, but don't worry about it. Maybe he's worried about her if she's too old, doesn't want her to get sick. So anyway, so Bear's going to say OWL's name and her age over here in this block. Say OWL's name and OWL's age. OWL's name and OWL's age are here. Here's OWL age. That's a variable called OWL age. Here's OWL full name there. We've got to somehow put them in this block that says hello. You might remember we did this before with operators, the green blocks, my favorite color, where we join. where we join things. Right, so we could just go and do this and plot that in, but that doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't look pretty. It's not going to look pretty when you just say name, age, and they're squashed together. We want to join that to more words. So we're going to write a whole sentence with all these joining blocks. Welcome. Write the word welcome. And then a space. And then we say full name. Okay, fine. But then we also want her to say, I want Bear to say, your age is, I know it doesn't make 100% sense, but we want to put that in. So let's go and put this one in there. Okay, let's try and see if you can see that. We scroll, put it down here. It's a good idea to build the blocks before you go and slot it into the, say, this section over here, because you're going to put it in this section there. Instead of hello, you're going to go and put in join blocks. So I'm going to say welcome over here. Welcome. So I've got a join with a join and another join. And 2 participants raised hand. Yes, I know you find this pretty tricky. Hey, it's quite tricky, but it's fun when you get used to it. Right, I'm going to ask Hadia. You have a question, Lovey. I'm going to ask to unmute you.
Can't you use the and button? I mean the and block.
The and.
The one
There,
under the one here.
a
Where-
join block? Is there an
it's
and
on
block?
top. It's
Oh,
on
there's
top. Join
and.
apple.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That and that. No, we're not going to use those now. Those are for more complicated coding, Lovey.
Okay.
That'll be for later. That and is for later. We're not going to use that. Good question, sweetheart. When we're just talking, we're just having Bear say something, and we want to join words together. That and comes with some more when we do if statements and so on later on. If you do if this and that. Right, Mohammed. You have a question, sweetheart. Very good question, Hadia. Yes, Mohammed.
Teacher, even if we have the we'll be doing that the same thing that happened with elephant. Like when Bear came to elephant and then he said welcome and then he went accidentally went the other way. Like when he was standing up or he went upside down.
Oh no, I know. We're not doing the same thing that we did with elephant. No. We're doing it different. Just to save time, because then we'll have to go through all of that other code again. And I want to do some new things.
Oh, thank you, teacher.
It's okay,
Thank
sweetheart.
you.
Good question, Lovey. Okay, always ask questions, guys. Always. Very good. Okay, let's move on. Right, so we're going to say join. Like we're joining a whole lot of things here. I mean, we want elephant, we want Bear to say these things. Remember, we with Bear saying stuff. So you want to join welcome Owl's first name, and then there's another box there. Can you see they've got 2, and then I put this one in there, and this has got 2, and I put that one in there, and this has got 2 because join has got 2 blocks, and you can go and put the whatever you want in either one of them. It's just you just got to play with it, and then you get used to it quite easily. But the trick is to make sure that we join everything we want before we go and slot it in there. Before we go and slot it in there, we must build it up over here nicely, and then it'll work. So we're going to put that in there. We'll see what it looks like. So Bear's going to say, okay, that's your name and that's your age. We don't know why. Okay, this is what I'm just doing this now because I don't want to make too much coding so we can get through all the other animals quickly. So what's going to happen is when Bear reaches this block, then he's going to ask Owl the name and age, and then we're going to type in the name and the age for Owl. Then when Bear's finished, Bear can say bear is going to move up to duck. Bear is going to move up to duck. And when bear moves up to duck, then owl can fly back to her place. So how are we going to get bear moved to duck? Well, we're going to point in direction. Remember, we click on bear and we're going to point in direction. I know you probably want to see bear what we've done so far. So let's run the code for what we've done so far. And then we can make bear move up to duck. All right, let's, I'm trying to get a 90 here. It's quite tricky with this arrow here. It's so sensitive. Better just type in the number there. Anyway, let's go and run the code and see how far we got. And if we're happy with what we got so far, this is what you do with programming. You always test everything step by step. And you fix what you think could be fixed. I'll type Jane Doe. I know it's a boring name, but I can't think of any other names that type quicker than that. Jane Doe. Goodbye and keep care. Take care. Bye, bear. Take care. That's what elephant's saying. Then elephant moves. And hello, owl. What's your name? We can't really see it, eh? Right, let's type in Owl's name. We can't see Owl. She seems to be hidden under because of this message block here. Never mind. What's Owl's name going to be? Jane Doe. Jane Doe. What's your age? Let's say she is 83. All right, welcome, Jane. Ooh, can you see there's a space? We didn't put a space. There's a space between Jane Doe's name and her age. But everything's working so fine. Otherwise, we just have to do that. Yes, I'm not able to erase, sweetheart. I don't know how to. I don't know how to erase the drawings, Avi. I don't know who put it on there. And I'm not really, I should know how to, but I don't know who put the drawings on. And I think they're the only ones that are able to erase the drawings. Unless it's annotate, I don't know. Okay, let's clear all drawings. Okay, I think that might have worked. I don't know. No, I don't know how to do it, Lovey. Can't. Okay, maybe I didn't make it work. Well, that is new to me. I'm not very, I'm rather new to Zoom. I normally use Teams. Okay, let's move on. We are going to, oh, let's look at my eraser. That's no good. For heaven's sakes. Okay, close this. All right, moving on. Bear must now turn sideways and walk up to duck. So how are we going to turn sideways? Bear's going to turn sideways and walk up that way, like he walked to the owl. So we're going to go to looks, and we're going to point in direction. Point in direction. Where's point in direction? Oh no, it's motion. It's motion. Point in direction is motion. So we're going to click on that one. We're going to point him. Oops. And we're going to go and move this arrow up to naught. Or we can just type in a naught there. So he's going to point that away, facing sideways. And then we're going to start walking. Now remember, we use a repeat loop to walk, but only after we've switched costumes to, can you see it's all a bit of repetition that we're doing here, the same thing, use the word repetition and repeat. What I mean is revision of what we did when bear walked to elephant. Now bear's going to walk upwards to duck, so we're going to bear walk A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we found out that there were 8 of these costumes, starting with bear walk A. So we're going to switch costume to bear walk A, switch costume to bear walk A, and then we will repeat 7 times. 7 times. Why? Because there are 8 costumes altogether. So we start with bear walk A, switch costume to bear walk A, and then after switch costume, we're going to move 10 steps, And we're also going to wait so that we can see it. It's very important to wait so we can actually see it. Now, we don't want to wait too long. 1 second is going to be too long. We need to have, let's make it 0.2 seconds, 0.2. I typed in a 0.2 there, so we don't have to wait for too long while you walk slowly. If you walk slowly, then it's 1 second. 0.2, you'll walk a little bit faster. 0.1 will be even faster. So you decide how fast you want it to walk. And why are we waiting? Is so that we can see the costume changing. And when you repeat 7 times, we're going to go to next costume. So basically, it's going to be purple, blue, orange, purple, blue, orange, purple, blue, orange. Because we're going to go to next costume, which is in looks. 7 times. We go to next costume. And then the blue for move 10 steps. This is all inside this repeat structure here. We call it repeat loop, meaning we're going to do it over and over again 7 times. And then we're going to wait 0.2 seconds. 0.2. Can you see? That is basically the same as this, except we're using next costume, because they're starting on bear walk A, then it'll go to B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and it'll be 7 because there are 7 costumes. So we're going to see how far that takes us. Let's run the program and see how far it goes up to duck. So we're running the program from the beginning all over again. Yes, I know. Oh. I just typed any name in there, okay, to save time. So bar, bear, take care. So bear walks and then goes to owl. Owl flies off and we can't see owl. It's terrible. What is owl's name? Judy. Judy. Doe. Right. So what is your age? It says she's 82. Welcome, Judy Doe. Your age is, and then now he's walking. Okay. We can see Owl standing still there now. It's a pity we can't see Owl while, you know, when she's flying. You know, we want to see her. Or did we see her fly? I think we did. But we didn't see her when she was like that. So what's going to happen is, where was Owl's place? Owl's place was here. Bear is not quite with duck yet. So we need to basically repeat this code. See this code over there? I'm going to right click and duplicate it. So he walks another 8 steps. See how far it gets. Maybe it's going to go too far. So I'm going to basically put Bear in Owl's place again. Okay. I'm going to do this. Let's see how far. Oops, just click on it once. Oh, it goes a bit too far. So let's go and change this repeat to maybe 5. Okay, so I'm going to move Bear back over here where he was. I'm going to separate this code. Well, it is separated from there. Okay. And then I'm going to click on it once just to see where it goes. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I think that's fine. If we had to change the costume now quickly to Bear walk and the direction to, then we're sort of good to go. I would say we're okay. We can be we can be more exact, but we'll come back to that later. So basically, that's what's going to happen. So if I put this code in here, it basically works. Bear will reach duck. Only problem is that we have here, of course, is that owl. We can't see owl. So we'll fix that on Monday, and we will also have Bear talking to duck. Now, what we have to do today is very, very important. All of you in the room, please pay attention. It's a very important thing that we must do before we go. I'm going to tell you that you will all receive participation certificates, but only if you follow the instructions that I'm going to give you now. But first, Magwedi has a question. Yes, Magwedi?
Ma'am, I don't have a question. I just want to tell you, It might be long until I send you it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, lovey. It doesn't matter if it takes long. Just keep watching the videos on YouTube channel if you're able to, sweetheart. And then it'll be fine. Right. Just keep trying. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. This is a difficult program and it's long, but we're just trying to show you all the different things that we can do. Okay. And if you do grade 1 and grade 2 and grade 3 on the YouTube channel, you'll see those grades are there, and that will give you the basics before you can get to doing the grade 4, which we are doing now. So keep watch for those videos because they'll be very helpful to give you the basics. And I want to first, I've only got 5 minutes left. I'm going to take questions just now. Before I take any more questions, what I'm going to do in the chat is post a link to a form that you must fill in with your parents. And if you fill this form in, I'm going to put it in, I'm copying and pasting this link into the chat window now so that you can, oops, where is the chat window gone? Okay, there's a chat window. Okay, I'm going to post a link here to everyone in the meeting. There's a link to a form on Google Docs, Google Documents. You just click on it and then it will open. I'll show you now. I'm going to click on it and I'll show you what will open. And I'm assuming you can all see the screen. Can you see? I've got it in a Word document and I will see control and click. I hold the control button and down and I click. If they don't show you control click, you just click. Click on that and you must have internet access to do this. So this is how you're going to get your certificate mailed to you by email. You fill in all of these details. This will come up when you click on that link. And then you fill in your surname and your name and your grade and your school and your parent email. Must be a good one. Get your parents to fill in the email and their address and then any comments. And you click on submit. And once you click submit, then they will have Africa Teen Geeks will send you, after we finish the course, will send you a certificate of attendance so that you can keep forever. Now, isn't that cool, hey? Now, if you can't get it from this link here in the chat window, send me an email at iQuinn. I've already sent this link to some people because I have your email addresses. Some of you have emailed me already, so I was able to email the link to you. Okay. So if you send me anything, just say, hello, this is me. And then all I'll do is I'll just reply to your email and then you can, and then I'll put the link in the reply so that you can fill in that form. And you have to use, yeah, I will send you, and then after you filled in the form, you have to click on this link. Can you see that link there? There's a, oh no, you can't see it on that screen. Okay, so you'll see it something like this in your email, and then you'll click on it, and then you'll see a hand coming up, and you can, this one's got control and click, there's a hand coming up, and then it will open this form. Okay, and then you fill in all the details, your name, type in there, you just type in, okay, I'm not going to type in now, you just type it in, and you click on this button called submit after you've typed in everything, and then once you've submitted, you don't have to worry, and then you wait for the email to come to you. But of course, you must put in a proper email address. That ask your parents to help you. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do on Monday, we're going to do adding and subtracting. Duck's going to do some adding and subtracting numbers. Horse is going to do multiplication, and Frog will do division on Tuesday. And we have some questions. Nowazi. Yes, Nowazi.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, man. Hello, sweetheart.
So that contract, when we get that certificate, what's going to happen?
What will happen? It's just
Yes, ma'am.
It's just attendance, lovey. Just to show that you attended the lessons.
Okay, ma'am.
You can show it to your school, anyone that you go, anyone you see, that you were good.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Hadia, you also have a question, Lovey. I'm asking to unmute.
Well, they post it to you like in a post, or you get it in a window?
On email. Or if you, I don't know if they're going to do post. No, it's email, Lovey. Do you have email? Ask your parents for an email address. Okay, Selena.
I was asking if do we have to do this thing to get our participation form thing, or do we have to do it or don't we?
You don't have to if you don't want a participation certificate, Lovey. If you don't want one, you don't have to have one.
So we
But
don't have
Yeah, you
to.
don't have to. No.
Okay.
But it's good if you can, because I mean,
I
you
want
attended
to.
every single lesson. You've been so good and you've been working hard. Nice to
Thank
get
you.
something. I hope you can get someone's email address, just anyone's email address, any adult that you know that has an email address, or older child. Right, so Jane, you had a question, Lovey?
So, ma'am, what's happening is like you get it on the email, and if you have a printer, you can print it out if you want.
Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah.
Okay.
No, of course, yes. I would
Okay,
print
thank
it.
you.
Good question. I'm sure you can print it, sweetheart. Okay, Ryan. Yes, sweetheart.
Honestly, I thought that we wouldn't go as far as the operators. And then look what I found.
What did you find?
Now, for some reason, when I started up the program, my bear went spazzed out.
Oh. Well, you're going to have to go through all the videos, my sweetheart, and then you'll be able to catch up. You just need to catch up. And then, as I said, go to and for all of you, that if you missed out something, go to the grade R and the grade 2 and grade 3. And they actually start with Scratch Junior, but eventually they're going to do Scratch like this. And even look at the grade 5. I mean, everybody's doing it starting from beginning. So I'm going to stop sharing now because we're at 11 o'clock. And we're going to say bye-bye. Right, now, are you going to have a happy Monday, I presume?